Alright, we have seen Eddie Howe take this Newcastle side and bring them up to a Champions League spot for next season, which is a fantastic achievement for this club. However, we will be taking over and seeing how long it takes Newcastle United to make a Champions League final and potentially win it. This could take 1 or 5 seasons. We do not know. We will be playing. We will be taking over, controlling the signings for this series. However, the computer will be doing its job, trying to make the Champions League final and potentially win it. Now, this is the team we have adopted with Newcastle and Eddie Howe. However, it is a good team. It did make top 4. We do need to make some changes if we do want to keep them in the Champions League and fighting to continue making the Champions League for next season and trying to win that trophy. We need some big signings. We're starting off with James Maddison from newly relegated Leicester City. I think this is a fantastic signing in the middle of the park. However, we're not done yet. We go ahead to Spain and swoop in Marco Asensio from Real Madrid. We know he's unsettled and he wants to leave, so we went ahead and got him and his Real Madrid teammates Ferland Mendy, who unfortunately I skipped the cutscene for, but however, yeah, we did sign the Real Madrid duo, and I think with those signings, this is how our team looks. It looks so much better. It looks like a Champions League fighting team, and I think a team that can hopefully go far and to see how far we can make it. You know, this is the Champions League group that we have adopted. It's just this season's with a few tweaks here and there. Newcastle, we put them with AC Milan, Salzburg, and Dinamo Zagreb. Now let's go ahead and sim to the halfway point of this first season and see how the boys are getting along in the Premier League. We're sitting pretty in second place, which I did not expect. Now for the Champions League, we did top the group. First place with 11 points, 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 losses. A fantastic result, and that means in the round of 16 we go ahead and get paired with Sevilla. So that is not an easy draw. That is not a hard draw either. The first leg of the round of 16 away in Spain is gonna go to Newcastle United. Alexander Isak and Alan Saint-Maximin putting us up 2-0 on aggregate. Now the second leg in the round of 16 against Sevilla. We went ahead and lost that one, but we go ahead and move on through aggregate 3-2, and that means we're in the quarterfinals against none other than Barcelona, La Liga champions Barcelona. That is going to be tough. They travel to St. James's Park, and we go ahead and rescue a draw. James Maddison with that 1 goal for us. Now we travel to Spain, to the Camp Nou. We do have injury problems, as you can see, but that injury problem does not stop us, as Alexander Isak in extra time sends us to the Champions League semi-final in this first season. What a fantastic result and draw, because we get Napoli, and this is a fantastic opportunity to make the Champions League final in our very first season. The first leg of the semi-final, we go ahead and lose to Napoli. Unfortunately, coming short. However, we can make amends in the second leg. Do we go ahead and do that? Unfortunately not. We do bring it back 3-3 on aggregate, but we fall short on penalties. Trippier missing the penalty. Out of all players, Kieran Trippier misses the penalty, which is crazy, and we miss out on the Champions League final in our first season off of penalties. That is absolutely heartbreaking. But as you can see, we go ahead and win the Premier League, which is very unexpected. It's not even a thing I'm focused on for this video, but I mean, with those signings, I guess we were good enough to win the Premier League. I don't know what to say, but that was a fantastic achievement. However, it is not the achievement we're looking for. We want Champions League glory, and here are the stats for the boys in our very first season. Now, moving on to season 2. You've seen it in the thumbnail. It was just a matter of time. Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Newcastle United, looking for a final payday. He sees Newcastle under the Champions League, and he says, might as well join them, might as well win the Champions League with Newcastle. However, we do need to make some changes in this side, and we go ahead and sign a fantastic defender. Once linked with Newcastle, we go ahead and sign Gvardiol, and that is not the only signing. Who are we signing? Adrian Rabiot. Why? I don't know. He always seems to make a big move to a big team in certain countries, so we went ahead and signed him for the bench, as well as Harvey Barnes. Those 2 players do look like some fantastic squad players. Ronaldo is going to be a bench player, impact sub. Gvardiol is going to be in our main team, and I think that team looks fantastic for this second season. I think that we could do even better things in the first season. Here is our Champions League group, and halfway through the season, as you can see, we're sitting pretty in second place in the Premier League, but we do top our Champions League group with Leverkusen, Olympique Lyonnais, and Club Brugge. And here's how the boys are getting on halfway through the season. So far in the second season, we are doing very, very well. Can this be the season that we win the Champions League? We get a fantastic draw in the second season, the round of 16 against Rangers. However, yeah, I mean, we go ahead and win 2-0. It is going to be a very simple fixture, this one in the round of 16. Rangers, not the best team ever. As you can see, we comfortably go ahead 4-0 on aggregate. Quarterfinals, not a easier group, easier team. Chelsea now, fellow English team. We go ahead and win the first game 2-1 on aggregate at St. James's Park. However, we travel to Stamford Bridge. Now, can we continue on? Yes, we can, as we win 2-1, 4-2 on aggregate. James Maddison, as you can see, they're balling, man. Absolutely fantastic signing. We reached the semi-finals again. Barcelona again. Now, we did them dirty last season. Can we do them dirty again and make the Champions League final after beating them? First leg ends 2-2. So not a bad draw, as you saw there, as we traveled to Spain. Now, they traveled to St. James's Park and absolutely demolished us. 4-1, 6-3 on aggregate. The boys choked when it matters most. We are out of the Champions League yet again in the semi-finals. And as you can see, we finished the season in 3rd place. So that does secure Champions League for next season. However, yeah, that was such a disappointing way to go up, because as you can see, this is the stats for the boys in season 2 at the end, and they absolutely went crazy. Alexander Isak especially, look at those stats, man. 31 goals, 17 assists in nearly 60 games, man. So now we had to go all out for season 3. We had to make some big marquee signings, and the first one had to be a goal scorer, Harry Kane. Alexander Isak's good. We need another one who can set him up as well as we go ahead and swoop in Real Madrid once again for Rodrigo. Almost 250 million pounds worth in signings, almost 300 million pounds actually. We go ahead and change the formation, and with Harry Kane and Rodrigo, this is how our team is looking for the start of season 3. Look at the bench, look at the starting 11. It is even better than the last 2 seasons combined, and surely now this is the season. This are the players that can take us to the Champions League final and potentially win it. This is our group for this 3rd season. Not the easiest, not the hardest. Atleti is looking like the only one that might give us trouble in this group. Halfway through the 3rd season, we are sitting once again pretty in 3rd place. The Premier League, not that it matters. Champions League, we go ahead and finish 2nd, unfortunately, with us leveling with Atletico Madrid. Unfortunately, finishing 2nd on away goals. However, that didn't give us a very tough draw. It gave us Olympique Marseille, sorry. So that is better than expected. Their team is alright, but it is beatable. The first leg ends 0-0 at home, and now we travel to to France, looking for a result against Olympique Lyonnais to make the quarterfinals. And thankfully, Alexander Isak clutched up in overtime, and we win 2-1. And now we go ahead and get Liverpool. So another fellow English team. We travel to Anfield, not an easy place to travel in the Champions League. We do know that. And as you can see there, we did lose 2-1. But it is only the first leg, and miracles can happen at St. James's Park, because we do have a special team. Can we make the semi-finals once again? Yes, we do. The boys go crazy. Rodrigo scores a hattie in the quarterfinals to send us to the semi-finals. 4-3 Newcastle against Liverpool. And now in the semi-finals, we get paired up with Juventus. A tough Juventus. It is not going to be easy, but surely we do have the firepower to just get us over the line in this 3rd season to the Champions League final. First leg ends 2-2, so all to play for in the 2nd leg. James Maddison securing us a draw very late on in this first leg. Now, 2nd leg, Juventus traveled to Newcastle United. Can we get the job done? Can we make the Champions League final? Yes, we can. Ferland Mendy, Harry Kane, 4-2, 6-4 on aggregate, and Newcastle United have finally made the Champions League final, and it is against Atletico Madrid, my team, the team that gave us trouble in the group stages, who we leveled on points with, finished underneath by just goal difference. We meet in the Champions League final, and it will be Newcastle against Atleti in the final. These are the lineups. That is Atletico's potential lineup. These are our team. We made the captain Harry Kane. He's looking to win his very first trophy in the Champions League final. Can you believe it? We finally made it here. Now, can we win the big one? That is the goal. It took us 3 seasons to win it. 3 seasons to make the final. Will it take us 3 seasons to win it? Well, I mean, we're just gonna have to see in this game, right? First chance, Newcastle United. Alexander Isak finds James Maddison in some space, and Jan Oblak has to make the save to deny Maddison from putting Newcastle up. And now Atletico on the attack. Griezmann plays it to Nordi Mukiele. Back to Antoine Griezmann, still going strong here in his late years at Atletico. Luis Alberto with the chance, and Nick Pope with a fantastic save to keep Newcastle in it. Now Griezmann once again looking like a danger man for Atletico against Newcastle. With a good chance here, he's going to square it to Luis Alberto once again. Saved by Nick Pope off the line by Gvardiol, and Newcastle just just escaped danger. Second half, started the second half. Kieran Trippier has a free kick, edge of the box. It's Kieran Trippier with the free kick, and it's Trippier with the goal for Newcastle United to give them the lead in the Champions League final. Shades of England in the 2018 World Cup. That is an absolutely fantastic free kick here to open the scoring in the Champions League final. That is just what Newcastle United needed, and he is just the man that needed to step up in this final with a fantastic free kick goal. This man does not miss when it comes to free kick. Absolute banger from Trippier, but trouble is imminent as João Felix crosses it to Sangare, and he puts the ball over the net, thankfully for us, but a big mistake at the back as João Felix steals the ball from Botman, who whoop-de-wops around him and has a chance against Nick Pope, but he makes a fantastic save, denying the Portuguese, and we go on the counter-attack here in the 75th minute. Isaac plays it to Harry Kane with a fantastic chance in the final. It's Harry Kane who comes up short with a horrible finish. Jan Oblak with a simple save. Atletico have a chance to equalize it here. Botman gives away. Kondogbia, João Felix, Alberto, João Felix, who misses once again. He's having a horror show in the Champions League final. That is why Atletico Madrid got rid of him. That's why they're better without him. João Felix again. Botman with the block. Man, João Felix is having a stinker in the final. Now, 80th minute, off the corner kick, counter attack. Rodrigo plays it to Harry Kane. He does not have the stamina. He does not have the speed, but he has the strength. Does he have the finish? It's Harry Kane! Surely now, Newcastle United have won the Champions League courtesy of a goal from Harry Kane in the 90th minute. What a fantastic counter-attack from the boys. Rodrigo, brilliant ball to find Harry Kane, and he just did the rest. He just does what he always does best, and that was the goal to secure Newcastle United their first ever Champions League trophy. Yes, it took Newcastle 3 seasons in my career mode to make the final, and although I did play it, it was not an easy game. We went ahead and won it in our 3rd season as well. So 1 final, 1 trophy. That is way better than you can say Atletico Madrid. You know, my team once again fumbled in the finals yet again. But that is not the focus. The focus is Newcastle and their Champions League glory, their Champions League dreams, and we fulfilled it. How long do you think Newcastle will take to get the final? Will they even make the final? PSG took quite a while to make the final. Newcastle, I feel like they can do alright in the Champions League. Who knows? Where do you think they will finish in their first ever Champions League season? I would say maybe around the 16 seems about right, depending on the signings they make. But yeah, my career mode, they made the finals, we won it, and it was a fantastic finish to this beautiful story. Now here are the stats for the end of Season 3. Isaac, absolute baller, man. This guy is just killing it. James Maddison killed it as well. Probably our best signing, James Maddison, as well as Marco Asensio. Those guys absolutely killed it. We won the Premier League in our 1st season. We won the Champions League in our 3rd season. And that is how this video is going to end. 3 seasons it took for Newcastle to make the final. And yeah, man, I just hope you guys enjoyed it. This is how our team looks at the end of the video, at the end of Season 3. This is our Champions League winning team, by the way. A fantastic showing from the boys. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I shall see you for another video on the channel very soon. Take care, everybody.